Hello and welcome to Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. This week's beer comes from a Trappist abbey. It's the abbey in Engelszell in Upper Austria. They used to have a brewery for centuries. That brewery closed down in the early 1930s and was just reopened about 3 years ago. And since they reopened the brewery, they tend to name their beers after abbots or fathers that have made a significant contribution to the development of this abbey, which is a great place to be. It's a Baroque abbey and it's a very modern brewery. And Father Nivard, which is I think Serbian for Paul. Father Nivard, he was born in 1919 and at the age of 11 he thought he would maybe become a monk, and he went to a gymnasium run by Trappist monks, and afterwards in 1944, in the middle of World War II, he decided to become a priest, and he had suffered all the bad things that happened at the end of World War II, and he's always been a good Trappist monk. Having said so, it's easy to understand that they wanted to have a beer that's named after him, Nivard. And when he passed away just a few months ago, very old man, very wise man, they decided to have not what you have as the usual Trappist beer. Most people think that a Trappist beer should be a very, very heavy beer, very strong in alcohol. No. This is not this beer. This beer is not strong in alcohol. We're only talking 5.5% ABV. It's amber, just slightly hazy, lots of foam, very nice flowery aroma, very easy drinking, but you get the idea that top fermenting yeast gets you all the fruitiness that you expect in a fresh Trappist beer. Very, very, very decent beer. We're really talking about a beer that could not stop after one bottle. He could drink 3 or 4 and praise the Lord. This is what Father Nivard did. He was a wise man. He taught people to be humble. He was a Trappist monk. He didn't talk too much, but what he said was always very wise advice to praise the Lord by living a good life, a life that's maybe also devoted to brewing good beer, because the Trappist abbey in Engelszell, they only started brewing beer about 5 years ago, and 3 years ago they opened the brewery, and the beers are now available. Stronger ones, Gregorius at 9%, Benno a bit lighter, and this is the lightest beer. Probably also the easiest drinking beer. And it's very surprising that you have a beer of average strength has so much aroma. And normally I talk about beer and food pairing, which is kind of hard to do with that beer, because it's an easy drinking beer. You drink 2 or 3 bottles of it, but if you want to pair it, some Thai food would work with it. Because you have this slightly fruity touch to it, like mango, and I think some spicy Thai food could work with that beer. And I really recommend that you try it for yourself and find out how these old Trappist monks survive in good beer. And I hope you find this beer, because it's rather rare. It's a new beer. If you find it, just remember, join me next week for another Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. Don't miss it. Cheers.